Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and I got some quickie news for fans and collectors of The Walking Dead. A few months ago, they announced a new 10-inch figure, which is going to be Rhee. Now, he had this screaming face, and we're getting new prototype images now where he has a different face. Now, if you guys collect these 10-inch figures, they originally came out with Daryl Dixon, Rick Grimes, and Michonne. If you have them, you know that there's an alternate pose. I'm not sure about Daryl because I don't own him, but as far as Rick Grimes and Michonne are concerned, they each have a secondary pose you can put them in. But Glenn's pose in these prototype images leads me to believe that they might not have a secondary pose. Instead, they're going to have an alternate look on the head sculpt, so you can have alternate heads. Now, the only way they're going to do that is if they can hide the cuts in the collar or the lines of the shirt when you're putting on the head. So it would be a head and a neck instead of the usual action figure where it's on a ball joint. You know what I mean? Because these figures here, if you take a look at Rick, they don't like having cuts where you can see them. They like hiding them in the seams of the shirt here or where the skin of his arm meets his clothing. Because the alternate pose for this guy, if you pop his arm out, you can put a different arm on and he can hold his gun here. The other Rick Grimes, that was the original version, came with a bent arm and a rifle slung over his shoulder. And the same thing with Michonne. She has two additional hands, alternate hands, and it changes her pose. Now they come out with the original version, and then after that, like for the Daryl, they came out with a Survivor edition, which is covered in blood, and I believe he has black and blue marks. And I'm almost positive Daryl's just has a poncho. I don't believe it has a secondary pose. I could be totally wrong. But when it comes to Rick Grimes, he does have two different poses, and he has an edition of the red machete on the, I don't believe this is the Survivor edition. I believe it's actually completely different. I thought they were all Survivor, all bloody, but I believe Daryl's is the Survivor edition. This is the Vigilante, and then you have Michonne will be something different. And I believe they will announce Michonne, her bloodied edition, once Rhee comes out, because that's what they have been doing. Normally when the new 10-inch comes out, they also announce the release of the new bloodied edition of the previous 10-inch figure. Now, Rhee comes out this November, so keep an eye out on this channel because I will do my best to get my hands on them and give you guys a cool review. Also, if you collect these 10-inch figures, tell me down in that comment box, who do you want to see next? Besides Negan, I know already. I already beat you guys to the punch. We all want a 10-inch Negan. I get it. And you know what? If I was McFarlane Toys, he would already be in production. When Season 7 ramps up, I would try some way, somehow, to get him released so it can actually come out, you know, around the time the premiere. And I know that's rough, but this is something that if I was them, I would have planned right at the season finale. Take his look, give him some kind of pose, an alternate pose, have him looking like he did, you know, when they're lined up, come out with it. I think if they don't do that, I'm calling fail. Somebody needs their you know, a kick in the ass or something. Anyway, so that's the update on Glenn. Go ahead and pick who do you want besides Negan. You know, we all know. If you want Negan, pick him. I'm teasing. Put your pick down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.